How do you mean?
Well, as a pensioner,
yes,
it has been terrible. It has been terrible. I retired in 2012. Actually, my gratuity was when Amechi was in power. My gratuity was paid. My pension was paid. Unfortunately, there was, an omission of, huge allowance.
Yeah.
At that time, I was being underpaid over 80,000 monthly.
Okay.
So when actually there was a circular that I don't know what happened, but when they computed our distance, they didn't effect it. After they calculated it and Amechi started paying, I was scheduled for payments.
Sorry, Amechi, sorry to interrupt. Amechi started paying. That's the former governor before this one.
Yes, the former governor. Yes.
Started paying what?
The pension, it was paying back the gratuity and the pension arrears.
Okay.
Yeah. When he came on board, I have good experience. I don't know, not that I'm a politician, but what he did. My late brother, the death benefit. When Amechi came on board, he paid my brother's death benefit, and others testified. From 00 year, all the death benefits he paid. So that's the credit I will never forget Amechi. So what am I trying to say? He started paying the pension, what they call us balance payments, balance gratuity and pension arrears. So he started paying. I was now scheduled for December 2016. And when the new governor came on board, the initial time he had... Sorry,
I need to, if you don't mind, I need to be asking a question for clarity. Is gratuity, is it a one-time payment or it goes with part of your pension?
Yes, it's supposed to be. The gratuity is one-time payment.
Yeah.
Just imagine when you retire, that month you retire.
A lump sum.
The lump sum, you're entitled to that lump sum. And if they are able to work it, they are supposed to start your monthly pension the following month.
Yes.
But because of our system, it takes them time to process it. So whatever month, the number of months it takes them to now start paying you will now become your pension arrears.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So most times it takes them, so if it's 3 months, you will get your gratuity, then they will give you the pension arrears.
Okay.
The 3 months.
Yeah.
So that was I was entitled to. So December, I was scheduled for December 2016. When he came on board, they were paying. Then this April, March 2016, it stopped.
2000 and what?
It stopped. 16.
Okay.
It stopped. It stopped every payment of gratuity and every outstanding distance till date. Till date. And the funny thing is that he comes out to tell people he's not owing. Now, in fact, to tell you, from that 2016, it was 2020 January. And this is 2022. 2021 January, I was, the difference, that's the over 80,000 was now, corrected. So my monthly pension was corrected January 2021. Do you understand? So from 2020 to 2012, the balance is still outstanding. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I think to say I get what you're saying is a bit confusing, But what you're saying now is you're still owed gratuity.
And pension arrears.
And pension arrears.
Balance pension arrears, yes.
But since when?
The pension since 2012.
But they've been doing a budget since then, and are you saying it's not been including this? It's not
the budget. The budget has not been capturing arrears, pension gratuity. But they say, I think yes, there is something they are reflecting, but they don't do anything.
But is it
anything? Okay, like now, I'm not talking about the last one. Now, this present budget, imagine from, there was tripartite committee set up to look at this issue. They came up with, the tripartite is not only us, every pensioner, anytime they increase salary, they have to harmonize pension. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Anytime there is salary increase for civil servants, pensioners, their own is harmonization. They have to harmonize. But that has not been done. So when we are talking of our own is that some have received their gratuity and nobody is not owing them, but the harmonization is outstanding. Our own is what we are crying now. Bring us to the same level. Give us our gratuity and the pension areas. Then we'll be at the same level with the other people. Then we talk about harmonization.
Okay.
So when the tripartite committee came up, they worked, and I think what they came up with, plus harmonization and something, we are talking about something like 119 billion. That's for everything. Harmonization and our
So
side.
what's in effect,
So
what you
now,
are saying, just hold on, what you are saying is the OU, the River State government of pensioners, their gratuities for how many years now?
okay, if it's
Because what I want to do,
is
I will
from
try.
2012.
Hold on, I will try to get an official from the government who might probably want to explain why.
Okay, yes.
So that's why I need to know. You said since
2000, yes, me, my own group from 2012 to date.
How many of you?
That's the outstanding. Well, nobody. I'm not a finance officer. They won't give me the number, but it's pocket. They've started paying. So our own, if we were 30, I'm just using that figure.
Yeah.
If we were 30, they've started paying, and I don't know I told you now I was scheduled for December 2016.
Okay.
So those people they've paid. I don't know.
So they've started paying.
It's just a pocket.
They've started paying.
Yes, they've started.
Okay. So if you are patient enough, maybe give it another month or two, see whether it might get to your turn. You know what I mean?
You see now the budget is out. This 2022 budget appropriation. He has reflected what he put there. Estimate for gratuity.
Yeah.
We are talking of CO. We are talking of billions.
Yes.
Estimate for gratuity from the budget estimate is gave 2 billion 056 193.
Yours might be part of it.
For gratuity.
Yes.
Imagine you are talking of if we are removing the harmonization, I don't want to tie
I don't want to get too technical, about this gratuity. What I want to find out is they are owing you money.
Yes, they are owing.
Yeah. And what about your pension? Is that coming regularly?
Yes, the monthly one. Yes,
okay.
It's regular.
Okay.
It's regular. At least before first day of the month.
Okay. That is
first day of the month. Yes, it's regular.
At least it's better than some states that don't even get pensions at all. Anyway, my co-presenter will.
Excuse me. Can I say something about that?
Just hold on. You will have time. My co-presenter wants to ask you a question.
I just want to know to what extent the governor is responsible for that, because by the way it sounds as if it's something to do with the executive side of the government, the finance, the calculation, and the rather than a policy. So what I want you to get into, you are judging the performance of the governor by your own financial sort of demands. But I want you also to look at the bigger picture and tell us how competent and his performance in terms of governing and directing, and if he fails or succeeded in managing the state, then maybe a good candidate to look at the whole country. This is the sort of evaluation we would like you to do.
Did you get his question?
No, sorry, come again. You are a little
No,
bit...
he was saying that you are blaming the governor. It could be the administrative, the civil service, or the director of finance that is culpable or responsible for this non-payment of gratuity. But he wants you to look at his overall performance, as far as River State is concerned, whether that one qualifies him, whether he will be a better president than what we have at the moment.
Okay, listen, if you are not taking care of the human beings, people that worked for 35 years, I'm only giving you my own side of it. It's the whole civil service we are talking about. If you are not ready to give, you are not giving them their right. Instead of giving them their right, you are using money to develop projects. That's building bridges 10. Now they are talking about 3 more. I bet our own right, the small, our money, if you look at it, individuals, the highest you get maybe 15 million, 20 million, that's individual. Some are only 600,000, 500,000, depending on your grade. So if you are not giving these people their money,
have you brought this into the? Have you brought this to? Hold on.
They will use the road you are building. Then what qualifies you to be a president?
Does the president? Okay. Does the governor know about your lack of payment of gratuity?
When the finance said they've worked everything, I said it's unstable. Okay, if he doesn't know, how many times have we protested? How many times has the commissioner of police intervened to discuss with him? How many times has the head of service intervened to discuss with him? Unless you will tell me they are not discussing with him, they're not pulling the protest. What? No, he knows.
Okay, you think he knows? Okay.
So in your state, people are protesting. You don't know. I don't understand.
No. I mean, it's a question. I mean, what about its overall? It can't just because of lack of payment or gratuity. What about other areas? Has it done well?
To me, I'm not going to say overall I'm satisfied. If you are saying project, and it's only Port Harcourt, flyover in Port Harcourt, if that is what you want me to assess him, no way. I'm not, because I can't be hungry and say the building is fine. Feed my tummy first. Then I will say the building is fine. I have to be healthy to see if the building is fine.
Yeah,
what about hospitals and education?
Sorry?
What about hospitals and education? Has he improved in any of these?
When classrooms are empty, no teacher. Because people are retiring every day. Do you understand? And you are not employing.
Annie, you are painting a very, you are painting a bleak. Hold on, you are painting a very bleak picture here. I mean, I don't know whether I go in the realm of exaggeration, because when you say everybody is retiring, no teacher, no nothing. But you have schools, you have people going to schools there.
Oh, when you go to school, some schools, no one teacher is covering 3 classes. The whole thing is pathetic. People, okay, now there is no employment. People are retiring. Are you okay now? Am I exaggerating if I say people are retiring?
No, people will retire, and other people will replace them. Are you telling me there is no replacement after retirement?
There is no replacement.
Okay.
Then what do you see? You paint the picture. You can see the picture. I don't have to see it.
Okay, but I mean, I have the impression that the governor has so much in his pocket for him to give other states money, like Bauchi State and Benue State and others. So
that is what we don't understand. Me, I say if we have offended him, he should forgive us. River State has
I think
money.
I will need to get someone from the government to possibly put their side of the story.
So are you, Annie, are you voting or not voting for him if he stands
for president?
For presidency?
What are you asking if I will vote?
Yes, whether you vote for him if he stands, if he should get the nomination.
You should know the answer now. I'm sorry to tell you that I am so I don't know how to. Even if he pays me now, that will not change it, because you cannot kill me before you give me my money. I cannot cry, do everything before you give me. Then if someone is owing you, and you've done everything possible, you almost died, and the person pays, you don't know the value again. You have devalued it. It's my right. You should give it to me. But that will not make me to vote for him, because I don't see him to When will it change?
I think
What
you might be
made him
showing.
not to pay us? Until I know what made him not to pay us, then I will vote for him.
Okay. I think it would be nice to be fair to the government of Rivers State to get someone who will give their side of the story where
No
pensions
problem.
have been owed to pensioners. Anyway, thank you very much for your time with us
Can
this
you
afternoon.
just quickly give us
just hold on, just hold on.
yeah, any input on the incident that happened in the train? Just quickly, if you don't mind.
You know, like the blasting of this terrorist attack on a train from Abuja to Kaduna.
My dear, I don't know. It's really a pathetic story. I don't know anything, but I just as you have heard or seen, that is it. I don't have first class information. But it's scaring. You know, before this time, that has been my fear. I said these people, even in the midst, open place, they bomb. This is train that, there are areas that it will be, isolated area. I was afraid of this, and it has happened.
I mean, but the problem there is like people, they started on the road. Instead of the authorities to tackle them on the road, they left the road, they went to rail. Now, they are operating on the rail. Where will they go again?
But, tackling, look at it. There is no society that you don't have, this type of people. But it's how you have to manage it. You cannot satisfy everybody. And these people are not ready to even work. They are not ready to work. They are used to this having whatever they want. And these other people killing, they are not even after money. I don't know what they are getting out of it. That is human nature. And you can't rule out people like this. It's just for us the government to do the needful. Okay, like the rail. I don't know much about it. I think on radio, on telly, I heard the minister saying he proposed something about security, something. I don't know. Let me not give what I do, but I don't know if such a thing has been on a rail something. There should be security. There should be measures, to avert anything. But I don't know where they've gone wrong.
Okay.
I think there is no security to detect, all these things.
Has the president spoken about this issue since it happened?
I have not. I'm so busy that I don't. Whether he has, and I missed it. But I have not heard.
Anyway, it just
sometimes I don't even listen to news. I only listen to 10 o'clock news, so I don't know.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time with us this afternoon, and I just we hope you get your gratuity very soon.
Please, I'm pleading.
Yeah.
People in diaspora, please help us. Help us. Just confirm what I have said and do what you can. Please to help us.
Yeah.
Before you see us dead, all of us won't die in Jesus' name. But help us, please. We're not lying.
Okay, and I'm not saying you're lying. We'll try our best to see what contribution we can make. Okay, thank you very much. Okay,
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All of the blessings fall on my yard. Blessings stay for my yard. And like I died, you go be, you go see, you go feel because the blessings.
Yes, thank you very much, Annie from River State, Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt in River State. You see the angle she's talking about.
And it's a good example of what is happening.
Yeah, maybe
in all quarters of the society,
But sometimes, another person might look at it differently. You know what I mean? It's, the government has been building projects, has helped us, has done that, has paid gratuity and all this type of thing on time. And this is another side of the coin. Look, she is actually experiencing this non-payment hardship. And we don't know. We just hope we'll get someone from the state government to give us more light into why gratuities have not been paid. But she said also that they have earmarked some amount for this year. Maybe she's not patient enough. Maybe by July she might be a happy woman and start campaigning for the governor weekend. Who knows? Yeah, we were talking. The second half will maybe talk more on the issue of Sudan when we go to our correspondent there.
Yeah.
About the train, how do you protect the tracks?
Intelligence. I mean, I'm not a security expert.
Yeah,
by the look of it, you know, if you're monitoring, you know, people coming in and out of the stations and have the right security in place, have the intelligence, you should be able and have the deterrence. And but it's all down to security. I'm not a security expert.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go down the road of advising anyone how to conduct their business. But it is.
I mean,
in
I'm
a way, it's
just
a
wondering,
reflection.
like, whether there's something, according to what she was referring to, the Minister of Transport. He was saying that he proposed this integrated security system on the railway. In other words, there'll be someone somewhere that will notice instantaneously if there's a disturbance on the rail track.
So going down the road of technology.
Yeah, technology, and then there will be rapid response. I mean, I don't know whether, incidentally, there were security.
So is this the first incident, or we had it before?
The first. I mean,
this is the first.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, I don't know whether they've had it before. What they had before was just this petty thief. They will cut the metal to melt it and maybe do whatever, this go and sell it or whatever. But now, I mean, this is very daring. How can you blast a moving train? Then you adopt 21 passengers, kill about 8 or 9, and injured several.
Well, this is obviously they are working, you know, knowing that the security forces are so important, if to put it the least.
Yeah, but the mode of operation, that one, it baffles me. How can, according to what they read somewhere, like they're riding in motorcycles, about 300 people riding in motorcycles, and nobody noticed anything. They didn't just drop from the sky. They must have gone through some areas. They couldn't have just gone through all the bushes and arrived at where the train was passing. So it appears to me that there are connivers, people colluding with terrorists in the state, Kaduna State.
I mean,
sympathizers.
Are you telling to me the whole state is colluding with the?
No. I mean, there are.
I mean, if the government or the security agencies are not able to detect the movement of 300 motorbikes,
Yes.
Then that is in itself is. I don't know what to say.
I mean, that's what they have a satellite up there. I think Nigeria has almost about 2 or 3. And I don't know who controls the satellite. If you beam on a state, at least you will find some suspicious movement. I mean, 300 motorcycles going to a particular direction. It's not satellite. It's not a bicycle show.
I mean, are they not a policeman to say, look, there is a movement happening here? Is there an army personnel? Is there any executive in the government, whether security or not, noticing what is happening and alerting society that the authorities that there is something going to happen? I can't get
Exactly.
this.
I mean,
you're
track,
talking
start
about
tracking.
satellite.
Yeah,
you talk about technology. It's
mean,
just a
that is
traditional way of citizenship rather than anything. I mean, in this country, if something happens, everyone will be keen to tell the police. If even they heard a noise, they don't know how valuable this piece of information is. They will still tell the police, look, about 3 before that I heard.
Do you remember the tiger, like the toy, someone placed at the back of his house? Within 3 hours, there were calls all over the place that they've seen a wild animal, something like that. I mean, and there was like quick response. I mean, that is a functional society. What I'm just saying is, how can that happen? 300 motorcycles going on one direction. Are they going for sports events? And they carry AK-47. You can't hide it if you're carrying AK-47. And you're telling me nothing is happening in the state? And the second bit that is even baffling me, the manifest on the train suggests that you have more people than the ticketing office, which means some people boarded the train without paying. So, I mean, if for security reasons now, how would you account for? Because if they go to the ticketing office, they'll say, yes, we sold X amounts to the passengers going from A to B. Then when they check the manifest, whatever, they say, oh, we have about 300 plus.
Okay.
On top of,
these people, unfortunately, it's more likely that they have paid. But it's not being counted for.
I mean, I just don't know, because I know, like, that was what killed off Nigeria Airways. Because you see, big man, oh no, I have 5-10 children. You've got to go to enter the first class without paying because you are connected. How would you fly? That is why I just don't know whether such society we can sustain that way of life for a very long time.
It's going to be very difficult. It's almost impossible to run the country that way.
Yeah, that is, they get away with it. You know, say, this attitude, do you know who I am? You break the law. Do you know who I am? And once the law is, you have any infraction of the law, because of your connection, you go to the police station and release the person. If you are connected, but if you are poor, you perish in the police station. Anyway, I get so frustrated when because I've been following this news, and the Minister of Transportation wanting to exonerate himself. Within the cabinet, it should be like a collective responsibility issue. You might bring a project. Collectively, they might say, no, it might not work. Then, if it's been postponed, or they say you don't come to the public and say your colleagues rejected what you proposed. That is infantile, if you call me, if you ask me.
And what puzzles me, these incidents of invasion, whether it's a train, whether it's a village. What really puzzles me is that after the incidents, because these are very sort of high-profile, open attacks that happen to markets, to schools, abduction, so many vehicles are involved.
Yeah.
And then after that, you don't see a chase-up. Once this is being reported, say they manage somehow to get these there.
I mean, there have been
by stealth means.
Yes.
Okay, they managed to get their personnel. But after that, why, haven't they been chased up and being
Why there's not been any arrests made or anything like that?
yeah.
That is a question everybody asks. Instead, you have, they call them repentant Boko Haram, repentant terrorists. You just rehabilitate them for maybe about 3 months, and you reintegrate them into the Nigerian army, the people you were fighting in the first place. How do you think someone can get de-radicalized within 3
Well,
months?
if this happens, it shouldn't prevent, have some repentant personnel in the army. Shouldn't be preventing the army,
their response.
the Air Force,
Yeah.
from following the helicopters, from taking off and from up in the sky following these people. It shouldn't prevent, as you earlier said, on the satellite system from operating. So it's deeper than that. I think it's deeper than that.
But nobody knows what you mean by deeper than that. What is happening? Collectively, the nation has not even mourned or say loss of life by putting the flag half-mast. No, we have not even seen the president talk about it. And as if lives go as normal. It's happened before. Hundreds of people abducted. We just carry on. The Chibok girls, some of them are still there. Shaib, Shaib, because she is of her Christianity, she's been abandoned. So many. And we have leadership, and people will talk, it is his style of leadership. I personally, myself, wanted him to become president, but in 6 months into his administration,
you lost faith.
I lost faith. When he failed to constitute a cabinet. And this is a guy that has been fighting to become president for almost about 3 or 4 times.
Once got there,
yeah, anyway,
do nothing.
we just have to pray that there will be a smooth transition in Nigeria next year. Maybe the next person, this one is just like an eye-opener. Next time you don't vote on emotion. Shine your eyes.
But don't you think this time around people voted because they really believe that this person is clean and is capable, ex-army?
Of course, that was my belief myself.
Yeah. And
if you compare it with Jonathan, that was my belief. As a general, it would stop Boko Haram within. He promised that it would stop Boko Haram given 6 months. It would deal with corruption, but corruption has even grown wings under his leadership. The terrorists are emboldened because they've seen a quiet man, a general turn to a quiet politician.
Well, quiet or silent, you mean?
I don't know. Anyway, we'll continue the show in the second half. I'm so much annoyed, because I don't know where the world is turning to. You look at your left, there's war. You look at your this thing, you have terrorism. You have your front, your back. Where do you go? Anyway, if you want to join me in my lamentation, the number is 0161-248-6767. We'll come back after this.
Please forget me, shower you. I'm a little baby.